Well, hello folks, just want to welcome you back to Keto Style, and today I've got a special treat for you. Since it's the holidays, we're going to be making deviled eggs in the power cooker, and deviled eggs are always so good for holidays and for meals like that. Actually, deviled eggs are good anytime, and we use boiled eggs and a lot of stuff. So let's go ahead and get started here. I've got my power cooker ready. I've got some free-range chickens from some folks that raise chickens, and that's kind of the best, I would say. Then if you can get them, if you can get your hands on them. Some people can't, and you have to just buy them from the store, but any kind of eggs are good. So anyway, we're going to get started here, and let me get over here and we'll go ahead and get started. What I'm going to do, we're going to put about a cup of water in the bottom of the Instapot, and then I've got my little steaming tray that we'll set down in here. That'll keep this raised above the water level. And here's my free-range chicken eggs. They come in different colors. Some of them are white, some of them are brown. And we're just going to place these in here on the steaming tray. And I'm going to load this thing down because I've got several deviled eggs we're going to be making for the Christmas meal. And of course my wife's making some other things that she needs some boiled eggs for, and so we'll get these dudes in here. And my steaming tray looks like is gonna hold 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, looks like it's gonna hold 18 eggs. So we've got those. Let me see if I can show you this, but anyway, we've got the eggs in there, and I'm just gonna, like I said, I've got about a cup of water in the bottom. I'm gonna put the lid on, and we'll get ready and set this thing. Now what I'm gonna do, you may have heard of this, you may not, but I'm gonna use a method called a 5-5-5 method. And so what we'll do is we'll turn on our power cooker, and we're going to set this thing for steaming, and we're going to change the cook time for 5 minutes. And once it builds up pressure and steams for 5 minutes, then what we'll do, instead of releasing the pressure, we will let it actually naturally cool down for 5 minutes. And then after that 5 minutes is over, what we'll do is we'll pull them out and put them in cold water for 5 minutes. And so we've got that started. I'm not going to hold you here until this thing builds up pressure. It'll take a while. Just be sure and make sure that your lid is closed good. You've got the release valve closed to where it will build up steam. And then once this thing goes, then we'll come back to you and share the rest of it with you here shortly. Alright, well, it's been about 10 minutes, 5 minutes for it to pressurize and steam the eggs, and then it's been about a 5-minute release. The pressure button's down, so we're going to go ahead and take our lid off here and put that aside. And we're going to take and get some of these eggs out and put them in cold ice water. And that way they'll peel so much easier when you do it that way. And, well, they're warm. Alright. Okay. Get some more of these in here and let them set in this cold water and cool off. What that does, that when these hot eggs come out and they're put in ice cold water, what happens is it makes the egg shell cool off, and the inside, the egg itself, shrinks down and it pulls away from the shell, so it makes it so much easier to peel. And just as soon as we let these sit here for about 5 minutes, we'll come back with you and show you how we peel them, okay? All right, well, it's been about 5 minutes in this cold water, so what we're going to do, we're going to grab one of these eggs out, and man, I think you're really going to be surprised by this. We always struggle with eggs, especially fresh eggs. Like I said, these are free-range eggs, and you know, they're so good. There's so much good stuff in them. There's no added, steroids or different things like that they may give chickens when they're raising them, mass producing or whatever. But anyway, the problem that we all have, I don't care who it is, usually struggles with trying to peel an egg. But when you do the 5-5-5 method like we've done here today, where you like in an Instapot or a power cooker like I use, if you stew those or steam those for 5 minutes and then let them naturally cool down and release the pressure for 5 minutes itself, take them out, put them in ice cold water like this, and I think you're going to be surprised. Now, one thing a lot of people don't realize about how to peel an egg, you would think that's really not that big of a deal, but the way an egg is shaped, it's pointed on one end and it's a lot more round on one end, and there's a reason for that. And so I'm just going to tap this on the counter here on the more round edge, the bigger end, because there is an air pocket on the end of that. And as you can see, it's so easy to peel when you pop that air pocket like that right there. And I'm going to peel this off. I mean, it just flakes off in big pieces like this, you know. And I'm trying to take it easy so I don't break it or anything like that. And just to show you how easy this is to peel. Do you see how that? Now, these eggs are very fresh. They're not very old at all. Now, one thing too about eggs, the older they are, the easier they are to peel. But I want you to look at that, a perfect boiled egg, and it would make a perfect deviled egg. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this like if we were going to make deviled eggs, and I want you to look at the yolk. It's completely finished, it's completely cooked through and through, and the egg white is completely cooked, and this would just make a perfect deviled egg. But since we've cut this for instructional purposes, I guess this one is going to have to be used and eaten right away. So I'm going to go ahead and take advantage of that. But there you go, folks. There's the 5-5-5 methods of boiling eggs. 5 minutes in the power cooker. Steam them. Let them naturally release in your power cooker or Instapot. Let them naturally release for 5 minutes, and then put them in ice cold water for 5 minutes. Pull them out, and they're so much easier to peel. Hit the bottom rounded part, the big part, and they'll peel so easily. Here we go. There you have it, folks. If I can get this thing to raise up here like I want to. Look at that. Now that's good right there. A very good cooked boiled egg. Going to be made into deviled eggs soon. Hey, you guys have a great day. We'll be talking to you soon. Hey, if you like what we're doing over here, hit the like button and leave a comment. If you got any questions, or if you've had some experiences with eggs before that didn't turn out real good, leave a comment in the comment section there. And subscribe to our channel if you've not done that yet. So we appreciate you guys. Take it easy. We'll see you later. Bye.